Does getting pre-approved hurt your credit? I'm gonna be really blunt about this. If if your credit score is low enough that getting a pre-approval hurts it and then makes it really hard to get financing, your first step should be having a deeper conversation, maybe doing a soft credit check and figuring out are there things you can do to try to bolster your credit score and if you have the time. Now, in terms of where I think this question mostly goes to is people who are actually serious about buying, they have a good credit score, they're in a position, they got down payment. Again, if you have a lower credit score and you need to buy right now, there are options. FHA goes all the way down to 580. Some lenders can even go down to 500 if you have 10% down. Not ideal situation. You're cornered now. You have one option really available for you. Ideally, you want your credit score at least 660 or above to start opening the door to good first-time home buyer programs, mass housing in Massachusetts, right? Conventional Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Home Ready, Home Possible. FHA pricing is better. You just get more options the moment you're above 660, right? You can kind of get away with 620 or above, but 660 is really that sweet spot. 720 is the best position to really be in or above if you're getting conventional with anything less than 20% down. But either way, without getting into the total weeds, in terms of a hard credit check, if your worry is a hard credit check, you're not ready to buy a house. If you're ready to buy a house, that should probably be, unless you need your credit for other things immediately. You need a car because your car is breaking down. You're applying for, graduate student loans or something, right? Unless you need your credit score, you shouldn't worry too much about the hard inquiry hurting your credit. Because if the horizon is that I want to be a homeowner, you got to make sure you know that you're fully qualified. You need to do a hard credit check. You got to make sure your credit scores, all three of them are in line, that your history is in line. You don't want to be half goosing it, just trying to, navigate something that Credit Karma's commercials tried to, push you towards in terms of no increase, right? That's just to get you sign up for their platform. If nothing else is on your credit horizon and owning is the major thing in front of you, don't worry about your credit score impact for a hard inquiry. The hard inquiry is going to hurt your credit per se, but in the long run, it's really going to be very small. If you already have a 780 FICO score and you pull a hard inquiry to get pre-approved, and then you don't do anything else for your credit for the next 180 days, you're not going to notice the difference, right? If you're applying for a bunch of different things all at once, a mortgage, credit card, personal loan, student loan, car loan, you're doing all these things with your credit simultaneously, your score is going to get dragged through the mud. And then that tells me you're not really focused on one thing at a time. So the hard inquiry shouldn't be a problem for people who are really active, really into it. They're making sure their budget makes sense. They're really diving in to be ready to go to buy a house. If that's the case, hard inquiry is least problematic thing you have going on. You need to focus on strategy in the market and winning a house you'll be happy with.